Hey everyone, Brian here, your honest mechanic. Ignition coils play a critical role in your engine by providing the high voltage spark to ignite the fuel mixture in your cylinders. When they start to fail, it can leave you stranded or facing major engine repairs if not addressed early. So in this video, I'll walk you through the common signs that your coil packs are wearing out and need to be replaced. Now, the coil pack contains an iron core transformer that steps up the 12-volt electrical current into the thousands of volts needed for the spark plugs. It also houses the wiring and electronics needed to control this process. Inside your engine, multiple coil packs are mounted on top of the valve cover, with one coil sitting over each spark plug. As they age, these components and wiring degrade over years of extreme heating and cooling cycles, vibration and electrical currents passing through them. Eventually, this cumulative damage leads to misfires, power loss, and other issues that I'll get to shortly. Replacing them early on can save you money in the long run versus letting the problems progress. Here are the signs of failing ignition coils. All right, the first thing to watch out for are engine shakes, stumbling, or rough idle when stopped. What's happening is one or more cylinders aren't firing properly from the weak coil spark, causing uneven power pulses inside the motor. Misfiring cylinders also dump unburned fuel into the exhaust. In addition to feeling engine vibrations, you may smell gasoline fumes or see black smoke coming from the tailpipe. Now, an occasional misfire when first starting is normal, but consistent or worsening shakes indicate failing ignition components. Another giveaway sign is reduced fuel economy. The weak sparks from coil issues lead to incomplete combustion inside the cylinders. This means more wasted fuel that hurts your miles per gallon, sometimes dramatically if several coils are affected. Your check engine light should also come on for ignition-related trouble codes. Hard starting or cranking of the engine before it starts is also very common, and usually most noticeable after the car has sit overnight or longer. The longer it sits, the greater the voltage drain on the coils, making it harder for them to produce the needed spark burst to start it up again. Listen for changes in the engine sound, too. If you detect any subtle differences in tone or feedback noises from under the hood, that can signify problems from damaged coils or spark plugs no longer firing correctly. Here's another sign that's really obvious. Coil packs have an epoxy or composite housing that commonly cracks from all the years of heat stress. Inspect them closely for any hairline cracks in the casing or cover. Also, look for damaged electrical connectors if rods are chewed through. Burnt, corroded, or oily residue around the coils can also foreshadow issues ahead. And speaking of oil, failed ignition coils will often leak from their ground terminals down onto the valve cover and engine. So watch underneath for any fresh oily drips or residue accumulating on motor. A little seepage isn't too concerning, but if you spot heavily saturated surrounding areas or dripping oil, it likely means the seals and gaskets around the coils have deteriorated over time. All right, now, in addition to doing visual inspections yourself, the best way to confirm failing coil packs is by having the trouble code scanned for diagnostic trouble codes, also known as DTCs, stored in the computer. Commonly seen codes pointing towards bad coils will start with P03, like P0300 for general engine misfires, P0301 cylinder #1 misfire, P0302 for cylinder #2, and so forth. Any auto parts store can scan these for you free of charge, so I recommend stopping in to see what faults come up. I hope you found this overview on coil pack warning signs helpful for keeping your rides running right. Post your coil experiences and questions below. Don't forget to hit subscribe and make sure to stay tuned for more repair videos down the road.